So. Okay. Welcome, our viewers, today at Mofo TV. This is another session of mentorship and empowerment. And today, on the show today, I have a very good guest. And for today, we are going to dissect into the subject of Boychild and mentoring and empowering them. I'm your host, Chitoma Federation, and today our guest is Jacob Miano, who is the current Mr. Took before ungolewe. Exactly. So thank you guys for tuning in. Kindly share the link, comment, subscribe to this live, and let's dissect into this topic. So far so good, and for now I think we are going to let our guest of today introduce themselves and a little bit more about himself and what he would like to share about himself for this show before we dive into the whole topic of mentorship and empowering the boy child. Your floor, Mr. Jacob.
Thank you, our able host.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Jacob Miano.
Yeah.
I'm the current Mr. Technical University of Kenya.
Yes,
we
sir.
Call ourselves TUK.
Oh,
you either call it TUK, you just say the full name.
Hey, Poleni. Hey, we are sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
I am a young man passionate about the boy child.
Yeah.
So I help the boy child, especially boys from the age of 14 years to 22 years,
Mm-hmm.
to achieve and to embrace responsibility and leadership through mentorship and community outreach. What that means is that as a coach, especially through Malik Foundation,
Yes.
where I'm acting, rather not acting, where I'm a coach,
Yeah.
I mentor young boys. We did a project in Mukuru kwa Jenga,
Ah.
and our main area was mentorship.
Yes.
So what that means is we were mentoring them, especially on self-confidence, identity, knowing your personal identity, and that comes, of course, with self-awareness, things like financial literacy, teaching them about their laws and the things that can hold them back in terms of legal knowledge.
Yes.
And I think it's a field for me that has ended up being a passion for me.
Yeah.
And apart from mentorship, I've really majored on community outreach.
Yes, community
especially
outreach.
in community impact projects.
Yes.
Which I have done in the capacity of Mr. Kenyatta Trust from 2023.
Oh, guys, I even forgot to tell you, he was our former Mr. Kenyatta Trust 2023, 2024.
Yes.
Yeah, where he did wonderful job with the community impact projects, as he's saying. Yeah, so continue.
Yes, and through those processes, I realized that it's not something that I started when I became Mr. Kenyatta Trust.
Yeah.
I remember sharing at one instance, one of the reasons I decided to become Mr. Kenyatta Trust in the first place.
Yes.
Is because it was a platform for me to actually do these community services.
Yes.
So I decided to form a committee, and we started doing so many community service schemes, came up with a whole program, and they were such a success. So when I realized it's a space that, for me, it has become my niche, because it's a space where my values, and my personality really resonates with what I'm doing, I decided to go with it fully. So earlier this year, I got a chance to join Malik Foundation.
Yes.
And I must say it's been an amazing journey, especially because most of the time we do a lot of capacity building, through virtual meeting and meeting physically. Yeah. There, I'm the current assistant. Let me call it financial. What can I call it? Financial. Exactly. Yes. Okay. Yes. So I do a lot of resource mobilization for the organization.
Oh, that's nice.
And that, of course, requires a lot of pitching.
And it's actually it's the most work when it comes to getting funds for a foundation, especially for the charity work.
Yes.
It's the actual headache, or let me say that is where a lot of work needs to be done, because you need to approach people to a point where we need this money for charity.
Yes.
And most people really do not understand the point. Most people, it needs a lot of strength, or rather a lot of convincing to tell somebody we need this money to help this and such a people. Yeah.
So you can imagine having to explain to everyone why you want them to contribute to the greater good that you're seeing that they're not seeing. And apart from that, with time you come to realize that it takes you some energy, it takes you some some bit of thinking for you to let me call it commitment. Thank you.
You need commitment to actually resource mobilize.
Yes. But over the years and over the months, over the months, I've realized that people are willing to help. It's just you to, or rather, it's you to fill in the gap and be there to explain to them why you're doing what you're doing and how it's helpful to the people you're helping.
Okay.
So apart from that, I've realized that through resource mobilization and pitching, personal branding has been a very key element.
Personal branding.
Take
branding. Notes. Personal branding. Okay, let's dive into that. Before we actually get into the personal branding and the whatnots of having to get the funds to, sponsor those charitable events and sponsor some of those community impact projects. I just want to know, and probably my viewers want to know, what is the connection between who you are and how you've grown up probably, and what really drives you to do the community impact projects, go on to the Malik Foundation and be part of the fundraiser community. And I understand you've done a lot of community impact projects, especially with the street children. You've done the, what do we call the orphanages too? Yes. And I would the other one, the first one, I think you guys, I know you have organized with your committee, is the one where you went to visit the Thika School of visually impaired.
Yes.
And these are things that you have done. So my question is, I just want to know, how does that connect to you or your personality, or does that even connect to your childhood or how you're raised, or even the background to getting to, wanting to help people in such realms?
A funny story.
Yes.
I was born and raised in a place called Laikipia.
Yes.
In a then small town called Rumuruti.
Rumuruti huko kwenye kuna maploti maguta hiyo ni small town.
That's the place. So back then it was a small town. That's what I'm calling it. But then a small town.
Yes.
I went to a primary school called Manyata Primary School. And in this school, to be honest, apart from it being a dusty area, it was a place that was sort of forgotten. And the school was somehow, we were behind, in terms of resources, in terms of other things. But at a time came and we had a new head teacher and things started changing, because he came with this new analogy, or rather new theme of transformational type of leadership. He started inspiring us to aspire to be greater people than we were.
Wow.
Seeing beyond your home, seeing beyond the poverty, or rather what the structure that you're seeing there.
Seeing beyond where you are. Exactly.
And then we started bringing in new people to mentor us through this process. For example, I remember one organization called Jelly Mission Mentorship Program.
Yes.
Which was really helpful for most of us. And for me, I really dedicated my time and energy to understand what they were doing actually in that school. And after a few or 3 sessions, I realized I'm very eloquent, because I convinced them to come back to the school.
Oh, wow.
Like, what you guys did here was really good. I think I was in my class 6 and had just been elected as school president at that time. So you can see leadership started,
way back, yes.
Yeah, but now the connect of mentorship came in when JL Misha started coming to our school.
Just to put a note onto that, I think, or rather I'm getting from your point, is that you put, because you found yourself in leadership positions, or rather you took up leadership position. That's why you tried, or rather you got the link from leadership and mentorship. And in many cases, I feel like mentorship and leadership always comes hand in hand, because as a mentor, you have to be a leader. For you to be a good mentor to your mentee, you have to be able to lead them very well. Yes.
Maybe you can pardon the last bit, because
the connection of the background, or rather to your coming out into the community impact projects, into the wellness of the community, or rather into Malik Foundation, which I also want you to give me like the interconnection of, like you had mentioned earlier, the reason why you got to be a Mr. Kenyatta Trust is you wanted to be in a position where you can utilize the resources given for you to do this community impact project. I want you to give me that link of how the background to you getting into these positions.
Well, as I was saying, first of all, when I was introduced to the mentorship process and program, in my primary school and how it was helpful to me, because it really changed the trajectory of my life fully.
Yeah.
And it really sort of defined help and benevolence in a totally different angle.
Yes.
Because for me I always thought people would help you by giving you money, connections,
Yeah,
etc.
pesa.
But I realized people can share wisdom with you that will really open your eyes and help you to achieve and aspire to be better people. Right? So it really changed my my thinking and my understanding of what help means and what giving back means.
Yes.
So that change sort of also differentiated how I used to think, how I used to reason, demystified the whole idea of poverty and wanting people to give you money so that you can feel helped.
Yeah.
So because back then my mom always urged me to help. We used to have a grandma
Yeah.
in our place, not my blood grandma, but like like the grandma of the Kijiji. Yes. So I used to go there. I would help her in cleaning, would cook. She would make very nice stories to me, and I really loved that.
Yeah.
You see. So and then when I became a school president, I started mobilizing guys to help in clearing the litter instead of us waiting for the staff to come and actually do that.
Yeah.
And I used to feel a sense of not only belonging, but I always felt like this is my mission. This is where I go.
Community.
This is where I thrive.
Yeah.
Yes. And I remember at one instance where we were now given a chance to go mentor some young kids.
Oh wow!
And
that's when back you are in high school still.
I was in my primary school.
You're already mentoring people. Well, damn.
Yes. So and I feel I think it's also because of the satisfaction that it brings and the fulfillment that comes with it. So it just sort of makes you feel like you're in the right place and you're doing it the right way. So sometimes it's not just about the energy; it's about the fulfillment. So you forget about the resources that you're putting there. You forget about a lot of things when you're helping, and also because of the blessing that comes your way. Because I mean, you can witness the favor, you can witness the blessing, you can witness all that.
The blessings have been coming.
They have been coming. Yes.
And I actually, from your background, having been a leader all through, and what is it that now pushed you, or rather brought you into now the realm of starting to mentor? That is, I want to listen to the journey now, maybe after high school, how you got into these other projects here and there, because I have been working, like I've been seeing you in some of these projects, and you're quite a proactive person. Do you wake up some of these days and you're like, hey, hapa ni kugumu leo? How do you even like combat, or rather how do you deal with the challenges that you go through while doing the community impact projects?
Maybe to just link it up.
Yeah.
So when I left primary school and it got really good marks and I joined Starehe Boys Center School.
Hello. Hey, si poleni.
So that now even increased the whole idea of community and how you giving back is very important to us. And this is because of some words that they were actually written on one of the doors to the main hall, that to whom much is given, much is required.
Yes.
So that meant that even because in high school we had you either had to be a transformative leader or you had to be a servant leader. I always chose to be a servant
leadership.
Yes. And I could hear stories from first or rather form ones coming to tell me, Captain, I feel like you've inspired me. Captain, I feel like I now aspire to be like you, and like other captains and like other leaders. So that also changed my perspective of what leadership is all about. To be.
Yes.
It stopped being you have to beat people, you have to punish people for them.
You're literally supposed to be dictator.
It didn't make sense to me
because
it was very easy to just tell someone, hey, I don't think you doing this and this is good for you. Try this and this and see how it works. So we have a conversation. I think it's also one of the principles, or rather one of the 7 habits by Steve Covey. Seek first to understand, then
to be understood.
And also incorporating emotional intelligence that I've gathered, of course, through peer mentorship. So I believe that's where connecting. Because now when you become a servant leader, you now start looking for opportunities for you to actually do this. Now, Starehe provided also a platform for us to actually practice community
service.
Projects.
Yes.
But now it was more of a voluntary service. In my Form 2, or rather for anyone who went to Starehe, they can tell you for sure. We used to have something called holiday jobs.
Holiday jobs,
yes.
Mlikuwa mnapewa job wapi?
Basically ungeapply kwenye unataka kwenda.
Oh, nice.
So, for example, I worked at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Yes.
Poleni.
So it was quite an amazing experience.
Yeah.
And I must say that in as much as it was completely voluntary, you would enjoy being in that space because they would respect you for, just being
there.
Yeah, being from, coming from Starehe. They would respect you like they would respect a CEO.
Oh, wow.
So it gave you that, how can I call it, influence? Yeah, it gave you that feeling of how it can feel for you to be there.
Yeah.
So it already inspires you. It already.
Why did you choose JKIA? Just to interject a little bit. Why did you choose JKIA? Why were there any other options?
There were many.
Okay.
But why I chose JKIA is because I've always aspired to be a pilot one day.
Okay.
And the dream is still there.
The dream is still there.
It is there.
So unafanya course gani? Tuone ka dream ita connect.
I'm currently pursuing Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering.
Karibu, utakuwa fundi wa ndege. At least you'll be there.
Yes. But I'm specializing in automotive and auto engineering. So what that means is then I can always delve into aviation at any specific point.
Yes.
So that's the goal. That is the long way.
It's called a professional pathway.
Yes, career. So I think that's how I would connect that, because Tarehe now sort of strengthened my pillar of service a lot. Yeah. And now being a beneficiary of the Kenyatta Trust, that being one of our core values,
leadership and service,
cemented it.
Yes.
Yeah, so now maybe to just connect where Boychild mentorship came in is when I joined my first year. I really struggled through to fit in.
Really?
It's a whole new world.
Yeah.
And as much as, coming from a village boy going to Starehe, it was a lot for me.
Mambo ina change to shwishwa. Pendulum haisimami.
Mingi. And then there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
But I realized that there are so many opportunities that I missed because maybe I had imposter syndrome. Maybe
hiyo hutuanga kila mse imposter syndrome.
Or this thing called inferiority complex.
Hiyo pia. Alafu na identity crisis unashangaa, where do I actually lie in all this?
Exactly. And then the when you used to join first year, you have like a lot of many clubs, they line up there, you have to register to at least 3
to be in one.
So it was so stressful because I always felt like I don't think I can do that, I don't think I can do this. But it was not entirely because I can't do them. It's because I didn't have the right guidance in that. And it was from a point of ignorance because there were people who were willing to
give you that guidance.
But I was not willing to take up.
Okay.
So it took me a lot of time to understand things on my own. So I realized, what if I introduce an initiative where young boys, especially even from the age of 14, that is from Form 1, you can see that I've struggled all through my high school and now first year.
Yeah.
So why 14 to 22 years? Because that's when I started feeling the need of, or rather I needed to embrace responsibility. And
I think that's the age when actually most people really need to understand themselves.
Yes.
The ideal self-awareness needs to kick in. Wachana na sisi wenye tumeanza kujua self-awareness after campus. God, we have suffered.
Yes, you've gone through.
But it's a good thing that you're trying from 14. Mtu anaingia Form 1, you already want to try out many things, and then in the world of digital spaces, you want to know a lot of things. So it's quite a good initiative. Yes.
So currently, I'm actually doing a project, a community impact project through AYLF, where I'm also a student leader. AYLF is African Youth Leadership Forum.
Okay.
And also there, I'm also the current vice president. Just mentioning.
Okay. Uku, your title yako ni // Ongeza kabisa.
And
we are here for it.
One of the pillars that we do, or one of the things that we do through this process, is a community impact project.
Yes.
So mine, when I was going through the audition process, I was thinking of a way I can work out an initiative that speaks about, or rather that advocates for Boychild who have undergone sexual violence. That was the initial idea. But when I realized that women suffer from opening up, I decided to change it a bit, alter it a bit, and just go through mentorship, which is my background, and use it now to create that space that I need for these young men and boys to speak their mind, to sort of come open and deal with their baggage, identify and deal with their baggage.
You created like a safe space for where they can express themselves without judgment whatsoever.
Yes. So for me, I must say that the Boychild, in as much as we preach equality, rather than we should be preaching equity. You see, yes, we are all
andika hapo chini equity, equality.
Yes,
andika hapo chini.
There's a very big difference.
So just for a viewer who actually does not understand equality and equity, how do you define equity and equality?
Maybe I would like for them to imagine a tree full of fruits, and one side you can sort of divide it into two. One side of the tree, or one side maybe to the left or to the right, has a lot of fruits, and the other side have like 3 fruits. And then there are 2 young, one boy and one girl, for example, maybe the age of 5, so they are short, maybe 1-5. And one of them
has
a ladder.
1-5, how do I talk? 1-5, he's 2 years old.
2-4,
okay,
for example. And one of them has a ladder, the other one doesn't have a ladder. Equality would then mean that I have to provide equal opportunities for everyone, and for them to have those very, and even if they're not equal opportunities, but at least someone can reach to them. But for me, I'm preaching equity in the sense that in as much as we may not all get the exact same number or quantity, in terms of quantity of opportunities, we can at least reach that opportunity and utilize it fully. So my idea is to help these young boys see the vision they have and start casting that actual vision. Start working on it from the word go. So that when we actually provided these opportunities, we're not looking at it from a zero, I don't have anything to offer. We already have something to offer, so that when someone else who already have so many opportunities is thinking of what to do, you already know what you want. So it's about directness, it's about intentionality, it's about what do I really want and going for it.
Clock it.
Yes, clock it.
Huku leo ni inaitwaje wiseness ama wisdom ndio hiyo. So in that realm of equity, you trying to come up with a space where like the Boychild because again in this digital world, or rather in this century today, girls are more empowered as compared to boys. And you coming up with a space where the Boychild can also be heard. I think I've heard only about you and Miss Rigathi Gachagua. Ndio pia mama wa Boychild. Yes. So I think it's a very good opportunity to where mostly are you talking about matters of mental health, or is it just guided to empowerment? Or as a Boychild, do I come into this space knowing that I can offload my challenges, and somebody is there to listen to me and actually give me guidance on whatever pathways I want to follow?
Imagine a wholesome initiative that gives you all of that in one room.
Wow.
So what that means is that it's a space where you can get mentorship. It's a space where you can be free to express yourself. And it's also a space where they can help you with networks.
I know people who might use those sessions. Where do you guys have those sessions?
Well, for starters, first of all, it's an initiative that is still a startup. So I can't really say we have a formal office or per se a venue. But what we are doing at the moment is more of digital marketing at the moment. Trying to
you have the virtual meetings.
Yes, we do have.
One thing meetings. I love about the digital age is we are at a place where we no longer need to plan for venues, plan for events. Mara tunaenda kukutana kwa chief chini ya mti, ni lazima tukutane mahali. Exactly. But I love the digital age is because you can just share a link for those people who are willing to actually join and get like some education from your link and have them. So maybe I don't know how you do. Does Malik Foundation this is under Malik Foundation, right?
So it's both. Because Malik Foundation really majors on mentorship and community outreach and education. So for them, it's more centered in mostly going into institutions. So like mentoring, for example, schools. Yeah. So schools where boys are the majority, or in school where there are boys. So we do that in schools, we do that in churches, etc., and such other institutions.
Yeah.
But on my end, which is also, of course, Malik are one of my partners, and let me just use the word collaborators.
Yeah.
Because these partners, and to be a whole issue. maybe
not for the overthinkers.
Yeah, yes. And of course, in terms of legal awareness.
Okay.
I would mention that for the Brotherhood Network, that's the agenda. That's the whole idea. That's the origin, or the why I'm doing it.
You want to create a community of young men who can just,
Yes.
come together for a good cause.
Yes.
So I'm curious to know, in the empowerment and sessions that you have, the mentoring sessions that you have, do you have specific speakers, and how do you get these speakers? Because again, or are you the ones actually doing the keynote speeches, or how do you actually get people to facilitate these events or your sessions?
Thank you. So if you've realized that it's been quite a topic, earlier this year we were doing a petition again to fight against sexual violence for the boys. On the 16th of April, we did a whole march in Kamukunji area. And there's so many people who are really interested about the boy child and empowering the boy child. So that's one. So obviously I know there are people who are out there who would be willing to be of support in this process.
Yeah.
But most importantly, at the moment, I'm working with a team that we are so far undergoing capacity building. That is in terms of training and of course being in spaces where we can actually do the mentorship.
Yeah.
So as I said, it's still a startup. It's still something that is in the process of the making. But in terms of getting facilitators, I believe, because it's for the noble cause,
yes,
and for the betterment of the humanity,
yes,
I know that the people who will be willing to help.
Yes. I actually love that approach, because in a place where you want to do something good for the community, you'll always find somebody. You'll not find many people, but at the end of the day, you'll always find somebody. So on that note, I just want to understand, being that your main agenda here is empowering and mentoring this young man, what does that really look for you like an empowered person? For example, if I enroll to the initiative you're doing, or rather I start to join it, what do you look to see in that man, the empowered self, the mentored young man? What do you look to see into them after the sessions or after the empowerment?
Well, if I didn't know you, I would have said you just have to look at me, but
I have seen you since 20.
20 what? 20,
I don't know.
20,
I can't even remember.
Something
Yeah, you're still in high school though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still a young boy. I think for me, I would say a free man. What I mean by a free man.
What is freedom for that man?
Freedom can be defined in so many words.
Period.
But I'll use one that applies in this sense. It's a space, it's a state, let me call it a state where the man or the boy is capable of achieving everything, the smallest of the details that they want to achieve, without feeling like someone is judging them, without feeling like there's anything that can stop them, and they believe that they can actually go through it and they can actually achieve it. So it's the whole process of vision casting. So remember, we are mentoring them to first of all undergo vision casting. What do I want at the end of the day?
Yeah, what is my vision board looking like?
Exactly. So what that means is that you don't want a perfect man. You're not looking for the perfect
no perfections.
And which is why part of my team, or rather part of the people I'm working with at the moment, are people who have just graduated school, people who are still in campus. So these are people who will share their
experiences,
as going through it.
Oh.
So I'm not looking for perfect people, and I'm also not looking to shape these people to be perfect.
Yes.
You get the point? So it's okay to make mistakes, but it's not okay to repeat them.
And it's okay to learn from the mistakes you've made.
Exactly.
For future reference, you make one mistake. And actually, I love it that you're working with people in the age of 14 to 22, because this is the age, I think you should even work for, expand kidogo, you'll learn if you around 25. because this is an age group where I feel like we do make a lot of mistakes as youth, and getting to learn from them and understanding their importance in our life, and picking up those few lessons from each and every mistake onto the next is actually very, very important.
Yes.
Now that we have talking about the nerdy areas of mentorship and Boychild nini, can we talk about the pageant life of you? How has it been working as Mr. Kenyatta Trust in 2023/4, and then going up and taking up the role of Mr. Tuk? How has that been? Because I feel like Kenyatta Trust imekuwa like ni platform kidogo, but then when you go to the Tuk, it's like you're mentoring ladies and gentlemen who are like maybe 80,000. I'm thinking the school population in that case. So how has that been? What are the challenges I really need to understand, and how have you really overcome them?
Wow. Good question. Thank you.
Yeah.
My modeling journey again I also started in a very funny way.
Nataka kusikia the fun part. We are here for the good times.
My goodness. I remember we had gone for the Jajarukad camp at Mombasa, and I was supposed to come back to do a cut on Wednesday. Yes, I remember that very well.
Acha nijifanye sijasikia story.
So I was supposed to have a physical cut, and the lecturer was, if you don't come,
mambo yako imeisha hapo. Venye lecturers wapendi kuchezea na cuts.
Oh yes. And then it so happened that very Wednesday in the evening is when we were having the cultural night. Where they crowned the Mr. and Miss Kenyatta Trust.
Yeah.
Then somehow, I don't know, by God's grace or something.
Hallelujah.
It just so happened that they decided to show us a video of what the former Mr. and Miss Kenyatta Trust
looked
done.
like.
Yeah, and the processes they had gone through.
Yeah.
I was like, God, if you don't want me to sleep here, change that man's heart. So I went outside, I think, during one of the breaks.
Yeah.
And I met this lady who I remember her to this day. And another gentleman.
Yeah.
Grasha
Award
comes.
Hey, MC wa power. Yeah.
You have to model. Because I can see potential and I know that you can actually.
Grasha anafaa kukua hapa. One of these days, guys, you will hear her here.
Yes. So for me, I think saying yes to that was the most challenging task. Knowing what I'm giving up in terms of the cut. 1, 2, overcoming the fear of, first of all, knowing that it's a space that I've never tried.
Yeah.
I don't have the outfits. I don't know how to walk.
Oh, you went without the outfit?
I didn't know anything. In fact, I'm just going to have fun. I mean, it's Mombasa.
Yeah.
But that very moment when I said yes, I approached some other 2 guys. One, a guy, rather a gent, and then the other one was a lady. That is Maureen. No, Marianne? Is it Maureen? I can't remember.
The Marines and the Marians are confusing our boy here.
Yeah. I'm still working around that. And then Benson. So these 2 really, they sort of changed my perspective about the whole matter. And I decided to go with it. And the reason was because I realized if I let this go, it could be a golden opportunity for me to, first of all, exercise these things that I've said I want to do. Because for me, Mr. and Miss Kenyatta Trust sounded like a platform that I would really use to do community service kids.
Yeah.
And not just community service, but also a place where I can undergo personal branding. This is where now the story of personal branding was born.
Uko hapo hivyo, I want to be seen.
Mimi niko tu I know what I want to become. I know what I want. And then nimeona space. So I decided, let me go with
you had the vision.
Ikue venye itakuwa.
Okay.
So at that time, sina outfits. Alafu naambia sijui nafaa kuvaa sijui nini.
Huku umebeba suti.
Sikuwa na lolote chochote.
Jamani.
Nguo za kuswimu.
What a mistake. Ulienda Mombasa.
So I just going to enjoy. I mean, just a boy, man.
Yeah, man.
So I'm there trying to figure out how do I go about this. And then walking around, I realized that the staff there were wearing very nice sort of sheep. Those
hizo zenye zinakaa wase wa sheep.
Yes.
The crew.
So for me to give captain vibes, like a pilot sort of captain vibe.
I'm even imagining that outfit. Najaribu kukumbuka from the videos.
I had shared it over.
Hey.
And I was like, I want to dress like that.
Yeah.
So I approached him. I told him, when you're desperate and you need something really bad, fear just runs away.
Fear akunanga.
It just
be fearless.
Shame is your only power.
It's a mindset.
Exactly. So I went to him. I told him, we have this and this event. I don't have this and this outfit. Can you please help?
Yeah.
He actually offered to even try to help me with the other outfits.
Wow.
So by the time the event was there, I already had all the outfits. I had even mobilized a dresser, and a trainer. You see? So
quick.
Mambo haraka. So we started modeling. And then I realized that, first of all, my work was not good. So I realized the competition is going to be tough.
Very stiff.
The gents were...
Me looking at the other previous years, I remember that one I didn't go.
Yeah.
But the previous years, ilikuwa hatari.
Hapo
kama ulienda kulegeza kamba your problems.
You can imagine.
Yeah.
And then now you're here, you didn't have the outfit, you also don't know how to walk, because we did like a short, a crash program there, on how you're supposed to step.
Yeah, haraka.
Sasa mi nikaingia tu stage, naingia natoka. So I decided I have to give a show here. One that they will not expect.
Big entertainment.
Do sasa.
Sani wa kutolipwa.
Yeah, I decided to be a celeb for once. So your outfit nilikuwa nimekwambia, the one for the captain of the ship.
Yeah.
Nilipangia sorry. At a point where everyone will see it. Yeah, and you guys knew that I wanted to.
I must be seen.
I have to prepare myself.
You have to be seen.
So I get to the stage with this outfit, and it's all chaos. Everyone is, rating. Everyone is so happy. And at that time, I can tell you for sure, it was like winning a Nobel Prize.
Oh wow!
Yeah. It felt so good. I almost forgot I was supposed to be modeling and not.
Ulienda entertainment.
Yes. To cut the long story short, I became Mr. Kenyatta Trust, and this was after a series of course, the competition, the contest, and that was the start of a whole new chapter.
Yeah.
And I remember.
Were you scared?
Every time I get to such spaces, my heart beats like nonsense.
Yeah.
But that does not stop me from showcasing.
Yeah, you just have to tense a little bit and then pull yourself together.
You must, the point is, you know what you want.
Yeah.
And you know what you must do. So that alone is enough for you to keep.
Just a minute. So checking on the people that are on live. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I can see a lot of love here. Hey, Miano. So Augustine Mameo is saying, good job, Miano. Thank you so much. Paddy Mandu is saying, big up, Mr. Took. Like Gong Brian is saying, good stuff, Miano. Ethel Foundation for the Aged. Miano is a real one of our very best boys coaches in the country. Wow. Then Growing Green with Kitchen Garden Project is saying, great perspective, Miano. Thank you so much. The Social Worker on YouTube is also saying, you got us a good one today. Miano is a role model and inspiring to boys and men. Wow. Kwa hivyo mnataka kuona wale wa Boychild. Thank you so much, the Social Worker. And Vincent Kipkoech is saying, proud of you, my guy. We are also very, very proud of him. Vivian Tipape is saying, that's my president. That's our president. Come on, guys. Domitila is also saying, good job, Miano. I am super proud of you, Captain. Thank you so much. He, Tipape huku na lili. Ni nduru tu sasa. And Kariuki Mais Karis, mpigaji picha wa Power. Stroke videographer.
Yes.
Ako hapa anasema Jacob truly represents passion. And he says resilience and dedication in the best way meant for greatness. Hey! Huku leo ni love.
Ni alilili tu.
Yeah, alilili. Tipape sasa ndiye anapiga nduru.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys, for the love. As we delve in, Jacob is giving us the story of how he started pageantry. And in this, we already connected it to mentorship, empowering the boys or the young boys in the community. So, alikuwa amefika mahali penye sasa amekuwa crowned Mr. Kenyatta Trust 2023-2024.
Oh, yes.
Anasema the heart was pounding like a ile stuff tulikuwa tunasema composition ilikuwa nini? Tom drums sama ilikuwa nasema
yes.
That one.
Yes. It was a whole moment.
Yeah.
And I remember after that things started now getting juicier.
Yes.
Because now you see now being a gentleman and being a guy, now things start getting juicy in all sorts of ways. And this is also another reason I really push for mentorship, because it helps you to avoid, to demystify what you should listen, what you should go for, and what you should not go for. Because now you remember there's a lot of attention, there's a lot of DMing, there's a lot of where are you and can we hang out.
Ulikushapata hizo DM
confusion
ya hapa na pale. Sasa huku najibu DM jamani.
It was not about answering the DM.
Ilikuwa shida gani?
Shida ni
sasa mimi mtu akituma hi, see you hi back.
Ni hey handsome. And now you have to sort of maintain that aura. I'm not being too profesh, but at the same time I don't want you to confuse me for what I'm not. So I started changing,
setting boundaries. Yes.
Now that's where now boundaries started coming in, because now lazima ujue mahali ufai kukata
line ndio
hii hapo ukipita tunakosana. So if it's not working, it's not working. So then I started now, I decided, because all these people are so interested in texting me, let me give them something to actually text me about. I started planning events, and then I started, all these people have been saying I started sending them these posters, asking them to help in contributions, and see if are they willing
resource
to
mobilization.
Yes. So it changed the narrative kidogo from you are the model, we would like to know you too. How are you?
I think it's the notion or the stereotype of mtu akishaona you are model, wewe unaleta tu beauty. You bring handsomeness and beauty. Nduru in DJ Shitty's voice. Nduru mayo. Those ones. So I think people should also understand, like, when you're into pageant, it's just more than showcasing your beauty or your handsomeness ama your aura. There's more to that. Yes.
There's something that one of my trainers kept telling me about the purpose of a model. Why are you modeling? And it's one of the questions that you will be asked in most of those pageantry competitions. Why are you doing this? What happens when
mimi niliona mwingine aliuliza what's the capital city of Madagascar.
Huyo naye alikuwa anataka kuchanganya. Maybe they're just testing if you can actually know these things. But I believe at that time it was more of what are you bringing to the table for me?
Table mnatusumbua nayo. Relationships table.
Lazima
kila mahali ni meza.
Kila kitu lazima iko pale kwa meza. And it's because from that position, as I mentioned, one of the reasons why I went for Mr. Kenyatta Trust is because it gave me a platform, and I didn't want to sleep on that platform. And I had realized that especially most youth, even in that Kenyatta Trust itself, most of us were not as united. So I saw it as also an opportunity for us to come together and have that space again. Because remember, for me, the niche is space. I have to create a space, because being a D-style, a dominant style, it means I need to feel that.
Kwa wale wenye hamjui D-style ni nini, crash course, quick, chukua kalamu na kitabu. So disc style is the disc personality style. Under disc personality style, we have the dominance, we have the influential, then we have the EOS na kwanga ni steadiness, alafu C ni conscientiousness. Lazima ningeisema pole manake the S's and the C's really disturb my tongue, but so you get the point. So he is a dominant style, the D style. Yes.
And one of my characteristics is that if I'm not in positions of leadership, I feel a bit so
you're young spaces, I need to be a leader. So and that of course would then again serve my whole purpose of us. So I went for Mr. Kenyatta Trust. So I started creating groups. You see the way you just start receiving invites to groups, sending invites to people and telling them my intentions are doing this and this community service in this and this place. Would you mind to join me? They are thinking, before they think I've already sent the poster, before they again start thinking too much. I've already told them the event is tomorrow. Inject. Hauko na time ya DM jamani.
Hakuna muda. You know, and that's where now mobilization started. That was the journey of mobilization.
I think it's good because you tried to change the trajectory. Focus. hii sio plan iko huku kwingine.
Sasa hii ni kufocus. Because I really wanted it to work, and I knew that if I didn't make it work, then it would be just a mediocre position that I got.
You really did an amazing job, just to say. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I was very intentional about it.
Very.
And I loved doing it.
Yes.
So you just
najingiza tu ndani.
Ndio hiyo sasa. And it felt so good while doing it.
Yeah.
So our first was, of course, at Thika School for the Visually Impaired. And it was such an amazing session. But aside from that, I decided to try commercial modeling. That didn't go so well.
Yeah, gani? Brand gani ulijaribu?
Nilijaribu na kadhaa. But let me mention one that at least went almost well.
Oh.
It was an app. I was doing an advert for an app. It's called NavApp. Yes.
We clap for the wins. small wins.
Thank you.
We clap.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was a short, sort of a shoot. It was so short that I didn't feel how that was like a good thing for me. And then because every time I did something, I would go like back and reflect and think if it's something that actually
it's really yeah.
So when I thought about it and then saw the space that other models are doing, nika feel easy space. So into the beauty king.
See the thing that we were talking about, actually being involved in many things and getting to find your niche.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. You unaingia into commercial unasema easy yangu. Easy ile njia nataka kufuata. Yes.
Not saying no to it before you actually do.
Yeah, you need to try it first and actually get to understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like getting first-hand proof. You know that this is not my thing.
Yes.
And now natoa kwa hesabu, because also being a digital you'll find ourselves doing a lot of things. Unasikia tu ufanye tu
uko kila mahali.
Yes.
Na wewe hujaonana na eyes the influential
all over the
scatterheads everywhere, all over the place. But then it's really difficult because getting to find that one niche that speaks to you is difficult. Yes.
So sometimes you have to create it. Yeah. And if you're not necessarily creating, but if you know like your niche is, for example, for me, mentorship, you create avenues to mentor.
Andika hapo. Create it. If it is not there for you, create it for yourself.
Create that space.
Notes.
Amazing stuff. So I think for me, modeling changed from just being a beauty king to impact.
I love the way you said it, beauty king. Yes.
It's not a position for you to just go and look good.
It's
a position of leadership. And later on in the year 2023, I contested for Mr. and Miss Kenyatta.
Technical
University.
You ndo mnaita the technical
University of Kenya.
Lipiga nduru huko.
Yes. And I remember when I contested the first time, I didn't win, but I got another win. That was Mr. Culture Technical University.
First time unajiingiza kwa staff unapata. I remember that was after the coast one, sindio?
Yes. Hey. It was literally the same year.
Yeah.
So
toka huku runway kiingia runway
ingine. Mbona nisijaribu? Hii imekuja.
So we are sorry.
Nilifanya, but na feeling nakumbuka, I remember one of my friend telling me, because I told them I don't want to become Mr. Technical University of Kenya yet. So because at that time I had
what made you think like yet?
I think it was also because I didn't feel like it's a space for me. It's a diverse place in the sense that it's a university. There are all sorts of people. They come from all angles, and it sounded for me at first it sounded so political. And then for me, politics are not my cup of tea. It's about leadership. It's about impact. It's about inspiration.
Do you know, just to put a pin hapo kwa politics and leadership, a lot of people mistake politics for leadership. People have to differentiate between being politicians and being leaders, because there's one thing about being into politics, and there's another of leadership. I think politics puts you in a position to be a leader, because most people in these cases really look up to you. And so most of our politicians, I will not call names. Most of the politicians have failed the system of Kenya, or rather in many universities or many leadership positions, because wameingia huko with the name of I'm a politician, but the leadership part is not there. Leadership skills 0. Politics is 100, yes. Leadership 0. You have to find a place where you need to balance them. That's why I actually applaud you for taking a step back. Ilea, this is not a space I want to get myself into right away because of the goals or the aims that are in it. Whatever the concept is being brought out right now.
So for me, it at that point in time, the way I understood my perspective at that point, instituted that, or rather sort of informed that I don't go for that, because I had not put my head into it. Because I knew if I put my head into it, I'm going with it. I'm not stopping. Because if I decided I'm going for it, I'm going for it. So I became Mr. Culture Technical University of Kenya, and I can say at that time I didn't do quite much for the school, but I did another project that is a feeding program in Mathare. I did it with several organizations, the likes of Zero Street, the likes of Blossoms of Ghetto. They operate within Mathare North.
Blossoms of Ghetto ilinipata kabado inko mbali.
And then I remember this time though we have the new Mr. and Miss Kenyatta Trust. And now I'm coming in again as a mentor. And someone who is guiding them through this process. So we now start planning events that not only, so it's adding from what I started, so it's now them continuing with the culture. So you see, when you start the culture from the word go, when you get in and you start doing things, people know, Jacob is
Ulewa
community service.
Ulewa community service. We already know him. Pale personal manzoni. Branding.
Ndo yenyewe.
Shatengeneza brand hapo.
Don't wait for people to start saying, I think you should just be
andika hapo. I think don't wait for people to say
you're supposed to be doing this. You know, as master you should be doing this. Just you know what you want.
Leo mnapewa huko wise words.
Just do it.
Tajaza kitabu leo.
Or as one of my mentors says, don't just do it, question, but if it's worth it and it's good for you, do it. That's the point.
Perfect.
Now Mr. and Miss again ikakuja. So nakumbuka ile nyingine sikuwa sure nayo.
Hii sasa uliingia ukiwa
sasa nikaamua tuko pamoja. Tunaingia kuingia.
Wewe ulilipa watu wewe.
You know you guys and also most of my other friends. Mulikuja hapo and
mbwembwe nduru.
You guys gave me a lot of energy. Hadi yenye nilikuwa nimejiwekea ikaongezwa. Now I said if you're not going with this thing at home, tutabidi tumewafuta kazi.
Ala. We shall disband this whole event.
Yes. And I went for it. I gave it my all and I won Mr. Technical University of Kenya, where I'm still reigning until now.
Unatolewa lini?
Acha tuseme mambo ya kutolewa kwa sasa.
Bado.
But it's an upcoming nightmare. But I don't want it to be a nightmare. I want it to be a chance for me to be able to mentor the upcoming team. Because I'm realizing that progressive leadership sometimes it's confused with handing over or giving up your baton. And sometimes it's just supposed to be you, the leader, inspiring someone else to
come into that position.
To actually be better than you. You see, and that's the fear. And that's
but then it's very hard being better than you.
You can imagine. Even leaving that office because of the benefits that it comes with. It's not an easy thing.
It's not an easy for most people.
Yes.
Inakuja na benefits gani? Apartment kileleshwa?
Not entirely. As Mr. Technical University of Kenya, at the moment, in as much as it's not entirely in our constitution, I'm part of the student leadership of the school. So what that means again is that most of the activities I'm involved.
Okay.
So like now this year we've been in one induction camp at COP Kenya, and then another cooperative, and then the other one we went to Mombasa for a whole 4 days.
God damn.
So you can imagine.
Watu ni kwenda tu kuogelea maji ya chumvi.
Oh yes.
Hey.
And also being part of the team, the A team that is doing a lot of planning for events for the school. And remember again, this is my space. It's a space for me to give ideas, and I'm giving ideas to these guys.
Lazima zitoke.
Wow.
napeana tu
and again being a distance, this is like now
hapa ndio kwangu sasa, I am home.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe to just mention being in SATUK, that is the Student Association, Technical University of Kenya, that is the student leadership team. It has really enabled me to understand the whole idea of think win mentality, where you have to provide an idea that works for both parties. It is helping you, but it's also helping them.
Thinking win-win.
Win-win.
Bas.
Because remember, these guys are also thinking from a political point of view.
Yeah.
So you have to reason with them. Because again, you cannot overcome them. They're already there in the constitution.
Yeah, they have been there.
Yes. So
kianza kuleta mambo ambayo inawachanganya wako like unataka kututoa kwa
and they will literally just switch that, they will just move you like a piece on a chess.
Yeah.
So it's been a whole process of understanding the whole idea of think win mentality. And also, as Mensa Technical University, I'm of course the brand ambassador of the school, and also I'm in charge of CSR.
Mesema brand ambassador, wewe ndio uso ya
shule
guy.
Yes.
So as we wind up,
yes,
Ali Vivian Tipape is still making noise. He's the best and he knows it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The sky is not the limit for you, and people are super proud over here. Ninduru tu mayowe in DJ Shitty's voice. Now somebody is asking Aguzia relationships and how he balances them all. Inject. Hey, Tipape Ted.
Hey. Wow, okay.
Ni hivyo tu, hiyo ndo swali. Watu wanataka kujua uko na mtu, wewe iko na mtu.
I think it's a whole sphere for me, because as I said, I like doing things with intentionality. So I really take a lot of time to literally scan people. Not stalk them, but scan them.
AI?
Yeah, not AI. Not AI.
Robot?
Mimi nakuja venye uko na kuangalia na kujua wewe as the person you are.
Yeah.
No generalizing, no nothing. And also maybe to just touch on the whole idea of relation. It's a broad
perspective, yes.
And for the past few years, I must say it's not been easy.
Hey.
Because you have to maintain
Jana
an image.
Munateswa.
You have to maintain an image, and sometimes it can be very hard, because you have to give that leader in you out there, and when you come to your significant other,
hey,
you have to
munawaita significant other.
Okay, other,
taking notes.
You have to sort of pull back and just be there.
Kwa hivyo huyo significant other ako ama you?
Let me say at the moment I'm still that means that I'm thinking about it, and because for me, as I said, I have to be very intentional.
Yeah.
So I'm taking my time to actually understand, is this something that I really want now? Kwanza hapo kwa now sana.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot that is happening, and there's a lot of personal work that I need to do to self. So in as much as I want to date someone, I want to have someone in my life, I'm bringing in the whole aspect of friendship.
Create a package.
A
baby package.
So I have a space where I call it my advisory board. So badala ya nikuwe na mtu na kuwa na watu wenye can talk about different things. You see, so I have like people who can talk about sex today. Kuna watu wa kuongelea about mambo ya mapenzi. Kuna watu wa kuongelea about leadership. So it's a whole space. So instead of having one person, I have all this
board of directors.
Exactly. You see? So yeah. So that's what I can say about relationship.
Okay, Vivian Tipape, I hope umejibiwa. Huu ni nduru tu anaendeleza huku. Davitila is still huyu sasa niandike kitabu sasa, the journey is amazing. Hey. Okay. Philip Impulse is saying amazing story. So as we wind up the whole story of mentorship, your pageantry, how it has shaped you as a person, as a leader, as a mentor, what are these 3 advices zenye ziko at the back of your mind that you can, dispense this knowledge to the viewers or somebody that will view this video in future or even now? What are these 3 types of the advices that you can give to the viewers today or the audience today?
Maybe to the viewers. I would like to start by a statement.
Yes.
Imagine a situation where you can achieve everything you want to achieve and nothing can stop you. What would that be? What was that thing that you would want to achieve?
Yeah.
That's 1. 2, don't wait until things get better. Just start doing it.
Start doing.
And even if you can't get all of it at once, start planning for it. So for me, it's visualize that thing that you really want to do, plan for it, and then do it.
Just do it.
Just
Nike.
Just do it.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jacob, for gracing us.
You're welcome.
This is your world. We are just living in it.
Yes.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence today. And thank you for coming to Mofo TV. And to our viewers today, I hope you have learned much about empowerment. If people can get you on socials at...
in Instagram, I go by Miando_Jacobs. These others...
Hauna Facebook?
No.
Hauna Facebook?
But
YouTube?
I changed. Again, personal branding. I'm trying to find traction where I see I connect more with
people.
Yes.
So find him on Instagram as Jacob Miano.
Yes, and also LinkedIn, Jacob.
Oh, Miano LinkedIn, Jacob. Yes. Karibu ni sao LinkedIn pia inakaa social platform siku hizi. So yes, thank you guys for watching this episode of Mentorship and Empowering the Boychild. We hope to see you on the next one. I've been your host, Chitoma Federation, and it's been a pleasure.